G'day everyone, RaidzeroAU, and welcome back to another episode of Empyrion Galactic Survival. And today we are starting to have a look at Alpha 8, which is now available in the experimental build. Most of you probably already know that. But for those that don't, basically anyone can access it. You just go to your game library in Steam, right-click on Empyrion Galactic Survival, select Properties, which I believe is the bottom choice on the menu that comes up when you right-click on it, and go over to the Betas tab and choose the latest experimental build. And it is available for everyone. So I'll include a link to the patch notes in the description. They are quite extensive. There's been quite a few changes when it comes to the game. First thing we'll cover though is there is a new slider or a new thing in here, which is tree quality. Maximum quality level of trees. Now when I first loaded this up, this defaulted to low. So if you load up the game and you look at it and go, it doesn't quite look the same as it used to, there's a high chance it's probably something to do with that. So make sure you double check that. So we're going to start just a new game in it. Main thing in this one, I suppose, is planets are a lot larger now. Previously they had a maximum diameter of, I think it was about 32 square kilometers. Now it's something like they can have a maximum of something like 2048 or something like that. So quite large. The other thing is, you'll notice here, start location, Barkit. Not a name we're used to. Basically, the old names are probably still in there somewhere, but now it selects a random choice of names out of a series of, I think it's about 200, something like that. So I'm going to call this one, let's see, let's be original, Alpha 8. Experimental. There we go. Okay, now the seed I'm going to use, I always use something, so I've not tried this seed, but it is 2,713,406. And that is the diameter of the sun, or the estimated diameter of the sun, circumference of the sun, I should say, based in miles. We'll go there. We'll go into it. So it's, you see changing that, it's just changed the name there to Dale. Now at the moment in Alpha 8 you can only start on the temperate. There's only one choice. You don't have a choice of where you start. And we'll go into the difficulty. It's set on easy. Set that to medium. Start equipment. I'm going to set that to hard, and I may regret this because it would appear with Alpha 8 that there is a heavy focus now on survival mechanics. So I may regret setting this to hard, but we'll see how we go. Player progression, I'll leave that normal. Degradation, normal. Food consumption, oxygen, leave all that normal. Amount of ore deposit, normal. Auto miner depletion, I'm not really fussed about that. We'll leave that as false. Enemy difficulty, we'll leave it at medium. Rate of NPC, high. Sorry. Overall drone presence, stick that as high. Drone base attack is hard. Constructor speed, want that on fast for the purpose of the videos. Not going to worry about those. So there's the settings I'm going to be starting on. And let's jump in. And we are going to play through the Robinson protocol, just because I'm always interested with a new alpha, how the Robinson protocol actually works. Alright, discovered new POI small wreckage in there. Some water. Looks like we got lots of water on this one. That's a bit of a lake there. I'm going to come down near the small wreckage. Now this is not to be confused with the previous like starter bases. This is not one of those. Small wreckage is something new in Alpha 8. They are not a base. Okay, so first things first, here we go. Briefing, Robinson Protocol. Follow this. Let's go. Alright, hard touchdown. Grab everything out of there. What have we got? We got a survival tent. That's new. Let's just grab everything out. Okay, so we got a survival tent. That's new in Alpha 8. We can use that to sleep during the night. Also effective, as you see, against hangover or bad trip. Also keeps us warm overnight, so if it's too cold we can jump in there and keep ourselves warm. We've got a flashlight. I've changed the model of it, obviously. Antibiotic ointment. Dermal burn, frostbite, open wound and necrosis. Now this is something that's quite important. There is some new status effects and new progression of status effects in the game. I'll bring up a graphic just now and you should be able to see. This was a rough idea as to how the progression goes with it. And as a status effect progresses, you need more advanced healing items to be able to heal that. So we've got one bandage and we've got some purified water. We'll stick the bandage down there. Now, one thing that is notably missing is we don't have a weapon. And what we do have up here, and we don't have any armor on us at the moment. So we've got 0 armor. We've just got an interior suit on. We do have a suit constructor. So this is once again new for Alpha 8. And in here we can make hot beverages, power bars, plant protein, vegetable juice, berry juice, energy drinks, a survival tool. We'll get to that in a moment. Survival tent, emergency O2. Retrieved from exhaled air and sweat by a respirator module built into your suit. Interesting. Bandages. Antitoxic ointment, antibiotic ointment, and a survival constructor. So the first thing we're going to want to do is make ourselves a survival tool. This is a tool for removing, repairing, changing, rotating, and upgrading blocks. Ammo's unlimited. It uses stamina as its ammo, and that's important. It's fairly slow. Takes a little while to do that. Well, actually, while it's doing that, we can have a look at the... You're not wearing any protective suit. Outside temperatures will have a strong effect on you. Remember, at night you can sleep 8 hours in the escape pod or in a survival tent. For example, when the night is getting too cold. Explore the area around the crash site. Pick up some plants and fruits you can directly eat. So we can sleep. Okay, tracking an unidentified distress signal. Create some power bars, bandages, or other food items in your suit constructor before going there or while going there. Also craft a survival tool and drill stones for ore or deconstruct wreckages for components when you come across them. Okay. So we need to find the signal source, which is there. What we want to do is we want to be grabbing anything we see. Now we have got our survival tool here. So our survival tool, right click, it's got 3 different modes. We've got defense mode, short range defense, rock drill for mining ores, or deconstruct. So the rock here. There you go. Now you'll see it doesn't pick up the stuff. You have to manually pick that up. We've got ourselves a bit of copper ore. That's good. Now, I want to have a look at this wreckage here. There's generally always a cargo box in these. Emergency rations, 2 canned vegetables, and optical fibre. That's very nice. Very nice to get the food. So you can see I'm not rushing to get over to the wreckage. We do want to get over there, but we don't necessarily want to be rushing everywhere. Okay, so we picked up some plant protein. We want to be picking stuff up, and the reason behind that is when you sprint and you use stamina, when your stamina is rebuilding, it uses food to rebuild. So I believe, from what I remember from the patch notes, a full bar of stamina will take 20 food to rebuild. So we need to be careful about how we use our stamina. If I sprint everywhere, there's a very good chance I'll just run out of food. So we want to be just a little bit careful with that. We will want to get over to the wreckage in the hope that we get the motorbike, and then we can move around a bit faster. But just initially, want to be a little bit more careful than we have needed to be in the past. So the other thing we can do with this, if we want to, is we can do deconstruct. It's fairly slow. A lot slower than the multi-tool, and if you look at the stamina is now going down. And then as the stamina builds up, the food is going down. So once again, need to be a little bit careful with that. And we're just getting some steel plates from that, which isn't massive, so I'm inclined to take that out, although that's only given us steel plates as well. We could take some of these out, but we're just going to get steel plates from it. We can come back to this at a later stage. We've got another small wreckage over here, and then we've got the wreckage there. So what we do want to have a look at is power bar. Gives us 83 food, uses 3 plant protein. So where is the plant protein? Is that it? Yep. So we've got, that gives us, we can eat plant protein, it gives us 15 health and 20 food. Perishes in 21 minutes. This has a perish time of 60 minutes and gives us 83 for the use of 3 of these. So this would give us 60 food. This gives us a little bit more. So what we can do is we can queue those up. We probably want to have a look at, which way was it? Right click on that, waypoint, remove on approach. I'm going to show it to me. Wreckage. Now you'll see this doesn't look like it should be very far. I probably didn't click on that, that's better. Doesn't look like it should be very far, but it is 600 meters away. But that's okay. It'll take us a little bit of time to get there. We can keep an eye out on for any rocks and pick up any plant protein that we see along the way. I'm thinking these are replacing the corn dogs. It's a new model, but we used to pick up corn dogs for early food. And each one of these is giving us 100 XP as well, so this is going to allow us to continue to make many of these protein bars as we can. Do a little bit of sprinting, not going to do a whole heap. We do want to do the rock drilling. Alright, bit of iron. That's good. We'll just keep heading towards the small wreckage. We'll just see what we can get from that. Plant protein. Another rock. Get from there. Copper. And we can grab the berries off of this tree. The kua berries are still a thing. But hopefully you can already kind of get a sense for how much bigger the planets are. And because we have the survival tent, I'm not in a major rush at the moment to get a base up and running, which used to be the first thing, like get your base down, get somewhere to sleep or to spend the night in. Now that, once again, might be a mistake. Guess we'll wait and see. So there's a rock over there. We want to be grabbing as much of these as we can. Because we are still going to need to make ourselves some weapons and things like that. Iron, good. Meteor incoming. Seeing it. I'm wondering whether that just means there's a meteor incoming to the planet. Could be anywhere. There. Grab those. Level 3 reached. Still got the alien honey over here. Grab that while we're here. Okay. We could probably eat some power bars. Can't make any berry or vegetable juice at the moment. Can make another bandage, which uses plant protein and plant fibers. I'm going to make those into, we've got a decent number of power bars at the moment. I'm going to make a few more bandages just in case. Mushrooms. I'm going to pick up an egg from there. To be honest, not exactly sure what we can do with the egg at this stage, but we'll pick it up. Alright, so here's the other small wreckage. We'll just check the... Yeah, nothing else has shown up at this point. The other thing you'll notice here, which is new in Alpha 8, there's this disc at the top and bottom. You can actually travel across that. So the red walls, or the red barriers at the top and bottom are now a thing of the past. Oh, here we go. Cargo box. Spoiled food. You are kidding me. Oh, let's deconstruct instead of mining it. Oh, we got 2 here. Detox kit. Restores around 250 health. Indigestion, food poisoning, poison bite, intoxication, fever, organ failure. And some more purified water. Nice. Worth coming over just to grab that. Now, how are we going with these? Got some. Okay. Alright, some of these plants also, things like, so that's spice now. Spice. So some of the things, it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to what everything looks like again. Because I would have thought these were copra leaves. Right, let's rock drill this. Get from there, just some crushed stone, nothing else. This is 2 buds, not sure what they do. Intermediate product. Okay. Ah, we can make a hot beverage. Stamina 26, body temperature 3. Alright, we'll make ourselves one. Why not? I would have thought that looks like it should be coffee, but they've obviously changed that. I'll make sure we're on rock drill. So you can see there the larger rock I only got crushed stone from it. So it would appear that early on you want to stick to getting the smaller stones. A couple of buds. I'm just grabbing all this now really for, I mean, one, we need to grab stuff for food. But also you want to grab it for XP as well. Alright, we can probably afford to do a bit of sprinting now. Got a bit of food. Still want to be grabbing stuff as we go. One other thing is biofuel now uses plant fibre, or is made from, I think it's 10 plant fibre for biofuel. Natural sweetener. Alright, so we're at 410 food and we've run out of stamina, so interesting to see. The other thing with the new planets as well is they are tilted on an axis, similar to the way that the Earth is tilted on its axis. So you do get different. It affects the length of the day and night depending where on the planet you are. So in the northern hemisphere, if you get right up north, the chances are you probably won't have too much nighttime at all. It'll probably be daytime the whole time. Or close to it anyway. So you can see there our food slowly going down as the stamina builds up. Alright, we're level 4. And we haven't reached the wreckage yet. But just by picking everything up, we want as many resources as we can get initially. Not too many stones around this area, unfortunately. We have got a little bit that we can use though. Oh, hello. Triceratops is back. Hello. Hello. Yep, I agree. Okay, that's our first ore deposit. Copper. Iron. Alright, what can we make here? The berry juice. Alright, you can come down here. Down here. What do we got? How many berries we got? We only got 4. So we can only make 1. Does that perish? Yeah, everything's still got a perish time on it. Alright, sun feels like, yeah, sun's starting to go down. Probably want to get to the wreckage for night time. Alright, so we've got iron, silicon and copper near the wreckage. Right, sounds have changed. But we're almost there. Another iron deposit. There's the wreckage. There's a bit of fibre over here, we'll grab that. Alright, there we go. Search through the wreckage and pick up everything you can find. There should be a locker or container or similar inside. Okay. So once again, these are a little bit different to the starter bases. Well, this isn't a starter base. It doesn't have things like a generator and things like that. It is literally some wreckage. Look out here. We got the lockers in there. All right. So we got the lockers here. Open those up. Right, we got our survival constructor, motorbike, some more water, and some sprouts. Good. Okay, consider placing the survival constructor down and have a look if you can craft something useful already. Note with the survival constructor you can build better personal equipment, tools, parts for hover vessels and bases. The data pad you found in the wreckage revealed the position of a tower-like building, which might reveal more info about your situation. Consider building light armor suits and better weapons like a pistol or a shotgun and the appropriate ammo before going there. And we are starting to feel cold. So, I think the idea here will be we need to put down our tent. We could probably put down our survival constructor next to it. Open that up, and if we drop that in there, anything we can make in here? We can make the projectile pistol. We'll get that going, and I'll probably drop that in there, drop that. And I think it's plant fibers we're going to need for nitrocellulose. It's going to take 2 copper ingots for each one of those. That's 25, so... see if we can make a couple of hundred. And while it's doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to have something to eat. I'm going to save my drink. There we go. And then we're going to press F to sleep till morning. And that's where I'm going to call the episode today, guys. Here we go. We're back in the morning. Going to call the episode here. And we will take this up in the next episode. We've got our pistol. And we're now in the process of making the ammo. We do need to make ourselves a drill. We need to make some electronics for that. And to make electronics, we're going to need some silicon. We don't have any. Now you can see overnight we got quite a bit of spoiled food. So things do go bad overnight. We'll eat that. How long we got left on this? 176. That doesn't perish. These haven't got that much time left on them. You can go there. And we've got the motorbike, so we can start to move around a bit. But hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you all next time. I'm RaidzeroAU, signing out.